Hello, hello everyone, and welcome to the sixth annual sort of flea market live stream. Um, uh, I've made some tea so I can, keep up enough energy to survive this. uh, and I'm a bit tired and have a bit of a headache, so I'll try to keep the descriptions of each movie as brief as possible. But anyway, let's start. Yep, let's start. And also, there have been audio issues some years, so please tell me if you can't hear me right now. Just gonna check my server as well if there have been any sound complaints. Oh, seems like everything's fine. Okay. Yep. First up, we have Flatliners, a classic Kiefer Sutherland movie that I've shut up. That I want to watch for a very long time. And it's of course directed by Joel Schumacher, who has always had a very good working relationship with Kiefer. And yeah, overall, I'm really looking forward to this one. Then we have the Replacement Killers. I don't really know much about this movie, but it's directed by Anthony Fuqua, or however you pronounce his name. And yeah, I absolutely loved Training Day, so I think this one could also be really enjoyable. There we have Julius Caesar, which is one of Richard Harris' last roles. Rest in peace, my dude. So yeah, I felt it was very important to pick up. And yeah, it stars Christopher Walken and Jeremy Sisto and Christoph and Valerie Golino as well. All great actors. I mean, Christoph is a piece of shit, but he can still act. And here we have $1 Million Hotel. It, yeah, sounds like a bit of a strange, surreal experience. Wim Wenders is the main reason I picked this up because, yeah, I'm really interested to see what he does with his story. Also, it doesn't seem like any people are watching right now, so I hope I'm not just talking to myself. Here we have a classic summary movie. And this is kind of where I have to weigh the positives with the negatives. The positives is that most of the cast is great. The negative is that Jon Bon Jovi is a part of it. But hopefully it doesn't take up too much space. And Good Morning USA is saying, "Jag kommit. I have arrived." Great. Nice to see you here. Here we have a classic detective mystery, starring the one and only Donald Sutherland, and some other really great actors. And Donald Sutherland will show up quite a few times, by the way. Wreck-It Ralph. This is one of the few modern Disney movies I've always been really interested in, and yeah, it's way overdue for me to watch it. So, and Omar Sharif has made a bit of a comeback this year as well, so that's awesome. And here we have Good Old Western, starring once again Omar Sharif and Gregor Peck. All is great. And here we have a good old crime thriller. So yeah, that should be fun. Oh, right, it's directed by the guy who made Taken. Yep, it's the meme movie. I mean, I always remember generally enjoying it as a kid, but I've never seen it's in its original language, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Plus, Michael Richards as a cameo, so yeah, that's cool. Gillar du jazz? Yeah, I do like jazz from time to time. And Ashley's in your mind and Sundrop's Swiggers saying hi. And Ryan asks, did you get a hold of Lion King 1.5? No, unfortunately, I did not. But, maybe I'll buy it at some later date. We have an action movie starring Wesley Snipes. And once again, we have Donald Sutherland in the cast. And here's a really interesting one. This has always been cited as one of Disney's darkest movie tone-wise. And despite its hit and miss reviews, I think I'm really gonna like this one. I loved what I've seen of the animation in it. And this one I picked up mainly because it has Nathan Lane as a Broadway actor, which, I mean, it speaks for itself. It's going to be incredibly entertaining watching him. And here we have Elaine's least favorite movie, which hopefully won't be my favorite movie. Siberian Kiss says, nice Sister of a Down shirt. Thank you. Here we have Crime Kingdom, starring once again Richard Harris. And yeah, this is also one of his last roles. So yeah. Here we have 1,000 Acres, which looks like a nice low-key drama, which yeah, can be really nice to watch. And here's another cool animated movie starring Johnny Depp. And I used to think that this one was stop motion because of how animation looked, but even if it isn't, I still really like how it looks visually. But speaking of stop motion, here we have a real stop motion movie, Box Trolls. I have loved pretty much everything I've seen from Laika, and I expect this one to be no exception. Good morning, USA, says Rangus. Ragu is fantastic, yeah. And here we have Mel Gibson's directorial debut, which, yeah, sounds like it could be a pretty emotional experience. Ryan says film om fast väder, but steady weather. I'm not really sure what that means. And here we have the first of several Bruce Willis movies I found. And this one has a reputation for being a bit strange and very messy, but I always love watching Bruce Willis, so I had to pick it up either way. And I'm sure it's going to have some entertainment value. And here we have a movie starring Dennis Hopper. And I mean, obviously, Dennis being it alone convinced me, but just to be safe, I decided to look up the reviews. And the strange thing is that it has a really low IMDb rating, but at least half of the reviewers are defending it as an underrated gem. So yeah, we'll see if they're right or not. And here we have a movie from Richie. Yeah, it's gotten a lot of rave reviews, so once again, overdue for me to watch. And yeah, classic 90s thriller. Let's see, The Peacemaker, it's called. Yeah, once again, classic thriller, starring motherfucking Samuel L. Jackson. And here we have the second Bruce Willis movie, which is actually the first one I own on Blu-ray right now, so that's cool. Yeah, it sounds like a very interesting dystopian sci-fi story. Another action movie. Sorry, I don't really have much to say about each one. Okay, you just gotta pick up some more. Oh shit. Sorry, I spilled some tea, so I'm gonna have to wipe it up. This is very annoying. Sundrop Swigger release sad emoji. Why are you sad? Has something happened? What? There's no sound? Are you kidding me? What? What the hell? Oh, please don't tell me this is happening again. Oh, Ryan says there is sound. Huh. Okay, strange. What? What the hell is going on? Whatever. Koft says, hello, handsome. Hello to you too. Yeah, sorry for all this bullshit. Let's continue. Cold Mountain, historical drama. And ever since I saw Nurse Betty earlier this month, I've really gotten into Renee Zellweger again. Like, it reminded me of how fantastic she can be. So obviously, I'm really looking forward to this one. Oh, okay, Dollar Soul again. Cool. Here we have a classic costume drama, which doesn't always tend to be my preferred genre, but this looks like one of the stronger examples for sure. I mean, the cast alone is, stellar, obviously. Farrell Burroughs movie. Always, yeah. I mean, from my experience at least, they always tend to be really funny. So I'm looking forward to this one. And here we have an action thriller with Mel Gibson, which I've heard a lot of good things about. So, yeah. And here we have Legal Blonde, which I remember watching a very long time ago when I was a kid, and I really liked it. But the main reason I was so excited to find this on is because, I'm a big fan of Ali Larter, but I haven't been able to find her movies very often. So I'm very happy she has a supporting role in this one. And Selma Blair. KF6423 says hello from nowhere. Yeah. It's a musical by Alan Parker. I mean, that's all you really need to know. Of course I'm sold. And I don't think Faye Madonna is that bad of an actor, honestly. So yeah, I'm not really worried about her performance either. Good morning, USA says, when are you gonna show some good movies? I mean, in my opinion, I'm showing some potentially good ones. But hopefully there's something to your taste that shows up soon. And here we have Michael Clayton, which, yeah, looks like it could be a good one. And this one, once again, I picked up for a very specific reason. Not because it looks like, entertaining romantic comedy, but it also co-stars Betty White, which, I mean, I have such a weak spot for it. Anytime Betty White shows up, I just gotta buy it right away. I haven't even touched my tea yet. Edre Mendoza says, hey, hello. It's very interesting how everybody is speaking Swedish today, even people who are not from Sweden. I wonder if it's something that is happening naturally or. Oh, okay, weird. YouTube is translating all the comments for some reason. Huh. And hey from Ingenstans actually was hi from No Homers. Weird. It's an auto translate feature. Yeah, I know, but I've never seen it in this context before. So yeah, very odd. And here we have romantic comedy, starring Fran Drescher and Timothy Dalton, and Timothy Dalton as a dictator. Just sounds like an absolute blast. So I had to have this one. Adrian says, I've been practicing my Swedish. Oh, that's awesome. And here we have Never Be Kissed, which I mainly picked it up because of the cast. I mean, it even has Gary Marshall in the supporting role. So, yeah, should be entertaining. Koft says, one day you'll be replaced by an OSS bot. An OID. What the hell is an OID again? Here we have another movie with Renee Zellweger and George Clooney, Leatherheads, and it's directed by George Clooney as well. So, and this one was a bit of a gamble. I mainly picked up this one because, once again, it stars two actors who are very rare to find in this context. The second one starring Shelley Duvall and Tommy Bell. And Tommy Bell I recently saw in The Firm. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see him again. But I don't know what kind of reputation it's gotten. And the first one I don't really know anything about either. So, just for curiosity's sake, I'm actually going to check what the reviews for these look like. So I know whether I should be fearing for my life or not. KF6423 says, any way to make donations to you? No, I've never really thought about YouTube as a money-making activity. I just want to entertain people. I don't want to be greedy about it. Okay, Replicant has got decent reviews. So let's check out the fourth floor. Which Toby Bell isn't always in the best movies. So that one I'm a little more worried about. But yeah, doesn't have the worst reviews ever. So yeah, I think I'm fine. Anyway, sorry for the filler. Here we have Mean Machine, one of Jason Statham's early true action movies, I think. So yeah. And here we have a really interesting one, Johnny Handsome, with Mickey Rourke. I also really loved this character-focused movies with Mickey Rourke, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one as well. Koft says, sorry, well, I guess I'll just take this £20,000 and donate it to someone else. Like, how did he possibly get a hold of £20,000? And here we have Christmas Carol. And I've seen quite a few versions of this tale, but this looks like a very fascinating one. Like, The art style alone is very unique, and yeah, obviously Jim Carrey is gonna be a great Scrooge. Here we have Two Brothers, another movie I haven't seen since I was a kid. So yeah, looking forward to watching it again. Binary Forever says, "When I was dead at the end of the sixth stream." I see what you're doing. Ryan says your favorite movie. Not quite my favorite movie, but it is a great one. Here we have The Human Stain, and I picked it up because I just had to have at least something with Anthony Hopkins, and it looks like a solid trailer. And here's another one I surprisingly haven't seen yet: Kingsman: The Secret Service, which the franchise did seem to get a bit milked eventually, but the first one has always looked very entertaining. So yeah, I have high hopes for this one. Okay. And here's one that you English reviewers probably haven't heard of. Änglar Filmstone, which I guess would translate to Angels Do Exist. And it's one of Christina Skolin's early movies, who is one of Sweden's most beloved actors. And yeah, I've loved her in pretty much everything I've seen. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch this one. And here we have an action movie starring Gene Hackman, who is also going to show up a lot of times. And here we have it, the final film in the Blade trilogy. And I know it's, considered mediocre compared to the first two, but I just love Wesley Snipes' portrayal of Blade so much, so I still had to have it. And hopefully it's still not too bad. And here we have a Christmas calendar, which is an annual Swedish tradition where they send 24 episodes of a calendar from December 1st to 24th. And this one I've always really enjoyed. And I have kind of a personal connection with it as well, because I started in a Peter No-Tail play when I was young. I played Cat Stevens. Nicholas motherfucking Cage. And it's also directed by Alex Proyas, who made the classics The Crow and Dark City. So yeah, this one should be really enjoyable. Here we have a good old 80s action movie. No Mercy it's called. And here we have King Shit. Hopefully in the positive sense. But I've also really liked the tone of the most King movies. They have a special atmosphere to them, I like. With a few exceptions, of course. And here we have Heath Ledger. Still very missed. And it's directed by Terry Gilliam, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it looks decently entertaining. Ryan asks me, what's your favorite Stephen King? It's Carrie, closely followed by Misery. Sundrop Swigger says, you talking to me or OSS? I'm not quite sure what that means. Yes, answer OSS. Here we have a comedy starring Gerard Depardieu and Anne McDowell. Looks like a pretty fun one. Binary Forever says, if I give you $100, will you record a video of you jumping into a pile of all your DVDs like Scrooge McDuck jumping into his gold pile? That would really be a sight, but unfortunately I think I would break a lot of the DVDs, so it's not really worth taking the risk. And here we have the Age of Adeline, which should hopefully be a good one. Stars some good actors. Ryan asks, can we see your whole DVD collection after this? I don't know. I mean, that would take forever to showcase, and this is already taking very long as it is. Here we have Dina Rush, which co-stars Kirky Akivedo from Oz. So that's sweet. And here we have two. I think both movies are in black and white. At the very least, the artist is. But anyway, they both look very good, especially the artist. And here we have Emma, which, should also be a good one. Sorry, I'm kind of running out of things to say at this point. I'm a bit... my brain is dying. Here we have another action movie with Wesley Snipes. And Gary Busey in a supporting role. Here it is. The one I've been waiting for all this time. The original Taxi. Not the shitty fucking remake. Like, God, I was so pissed off that year when I thought I had found the original Taxi and it was just a stupid comedy starring Jimmy Fallon and Queen Latifah. Like, one of the worst things I've ever seen. So, I am just relieved to finally find the real Taxi once. Jimmy Fallon, the GOAT. I don't know. I mean, he's pretty good in Almost Famous, I guess, but he should, he should stay away from starring roles in comedies. Here we have Swingers, which I've always been really interested in. Ashley C. in Mind says, do you still have the DVD for Double Taxi? Yes, unfortunately. Okay, it's a part of history. What can you say? And here we have one of Tom Cruise's classic movies, Cocktail, which, should be a good one. And here we have Batman Forever, which has taken way too long for me to get. And it was again co-stars Jim Carrey. And I remember thinking this was pretty good, kind of underrated. So, looking forward to watching it again. Classic has a Kokomo in it. Not sure what that means. Kiss from a Rose, fantastic. Great song. Not really sure what you're talking about right now. Hitchcock. Of course I have to pick it up. It's Hitchcock, for Christ's sake. And one of his most beloved movies as well. And here we have Drag Me to Hell, which unfortunately I've gotten some things about this movie spoiled, but I'm still really looking forward to watching it. And I did watch a Raimi film a few months ago as well, Army of Darkness. Okay, Ryan says the Batman Forever soundtrack. And here we have a very old adaptation of Moby Dick. And it costs Orson Welles. Sweet. And here we have yet another one with Omar Sharif. Okay. This is actually not taking as long as I thought, despite all the distractions. I'm not even kidding, the band I What? Ban who? Like, who is that? Oh, they banned it. Okay. Wait, they banned what? And here they have the infamous James Bond. Well, it's not really infamous for a particular reason. Just the fact that this guy never got another chance to be in any more entries. But that alone is kind of fascinating to me. So I'm really interested to see how he's doing. To see how he does. I mean. And here we have Pinocchio, one of the all-time classic Disney movies. Adrian says any vintage Swedish porn. They did actually sell some pornographic movies at one stand, but it feels kind of embarrassing to buy it stuff. So I didn't pick it up. And I mean, I don't need to own it on DVD anyway, for the most part. And here we have Tarzan, which is another one I think I might have seen it, but I don't really have a clear memory of it. But yeah. And here we have Red Sonja, starring the greatest, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Have you seen Spetter's classic Swedish film? No, never even heard of it. And here we have Christmas with the Cranks, which I've always intended to watch this one during Christmas season sometime. So yeah, this is perfect. And here we have a mob movie starring Sean Penn, Ed Harris, and Gary Oldman. Great trio. Bring back Frosty. You'll get that when you watch The Cranks. This chat is just becoming more and more incoherent to me. Here we have Romance and Cigarettes, starring James Gandolfini. I mean, that alone is a reason to pick it up. Ryan says, you'll get that when you watch... Oh, sorry, I already read that. Repo Man. Yeah, looks like a cool little sci-fi thriller. Adrian says, my bad, Spettish is Dutch. Okay, that makes sense. It does sound like a Dutch title. And here we have a really great collection. The Pink Panther series with Peter Sellers. Oh man, I have so much nostalgia for this. It's been forever since I've watched them since. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if I've ever seen the very first one, but I do have very fond memories of it overall. The only one I really couldn't stand was Trailer for Pink Panther, which, I mean, it doesn't even really star Peter Sellers. It's just using deleted footage of him, and once it disappears from the movie, it gets even weirder. But it's interesting that they tried to make it, I guess. So maybe I'll get something more out of it this time. But I'm definitely looking forward to the other ones. Well, to see the other ones again. And here we have it. The first feature-length Disney movie. Damn, it's about time I own this one. And here we have Ali, which I've always been very interested to see how Will Smith does his role. And of course, it's directed by Michael Mann as well, who is generally a reliable director, except for Miami Vice. And here we have Portuguese war drama. Ryan says they gotta start somewhere. What does that mean? And here we have one of Jackie Chan's Hong Kong action movies, which I'm actually very underexperienced with. So yeah, I thought it was about time I get to pick up another one. Here we have Sergio Bilko, an old comedy with Steve Martin, and it has the wonderful Phil Hartman in the supporting role. The Valachi Papers, starring Charles Bronson. And here's another Farrelly Brothers movie, Stuck to You, which I've never seen this one in full, but from what I saw of it on TV, I really enjoyed it. So we're looking forward to watching it in full. And here's another impressive collection. The Charlie Chaplin films from the 20s to, I think, 50s. At least most of them. And I'm actually going to discount one of these, though, as a new movie because I already found The Gold Rush at a different flea market here. But the other ones are definitely going to be included in the countdown at the end. Here we have Offside, co-starring the Swedish legend Ingvar Hirdwall. Rest in peace, my man. And here we have Happy Feet, which I always make this a rule every year to pick up at least one Robin Williams movie. And even though I have seen this one before, it has been a long time since I saw it. So yeah, I've found watching it. It's a pretty good movie. And of course, it has Brittany Murphy in the supporting role as well. Good morning says you're reading only the latest message and getting confused. There's context in prior messages. Yeah, I guess I'm not really as concentrated on the chat as I should be, since I'm trying to focus on describing the movies. But I try to be read as much as I can. Here we have Chef, which was just before Jon Favreau went insane. If you know, you know. And here we have October Sky, starring the one and only Jake Gyllenhaal and Laura Dern. So, yeah, really looking forward to this one. And here we have a contender for the best movie of all time. Just kidding, but it does look like a good one. Ryan says, I assume you haven't seen the latest Jon Favreau masterpiece, The Mandalorian and Grogu. No, I luckily haven't. And even more luckily, I have never seen his Lion King remake. Oof. Ugh. And here we have Finding Neverland. Another movie I haven't seen since I was a kid, but remember really enjoying it. Koff says, watch it, please. I mean, if somebody puts it on, I guess I have no choice, but I don't really see it doing it on my own volition. Sam says, have you seen Jon Favreau's The Lion King 1.5? It probably wouldn't be beneath him to make that one. And here we have the Glenn Close movie Albert Nobbs, which has a very interesting premise and seems like a very fascinating character transformation. Koft says they should remake it, but with Julie Kovner sounding even more ancient. Oh dear. Oh dear. Poor Julie. Here we have Flight of the Intruder, which I mainly pick up because I want something with Danny Glover. And here's another Disney movie some I haven't seen yet. Inside Out. The premise is pretty cool, and It's directed from Pete Doctor, who made Up. So yeah, it's gonna be fun finally getting to this one. And this was the last movie I found at the whole flea market. Bird on the Wire, which looks like a pretty cute little romantic action comedy. Julie Horn is always really good at these types of roles. Kraft says Pete Doctor is not a made-up person, who claimed that he was. Cheese Woman says, hello, good stream. Will you be making reviews for these movies? Because they are very good movies. I've thought about getting back to reviewing someday. The problem is that the mobile phone that I've used to film them isn't working very well currently. I can't turn on the self function for whatever reason, so I can only film things and not myself, and it's very frustrating. So maybe if I manage to get my phone fixed so it can work properly again, I will return eventually. Koft says I did claim that Pete Doctor is a made-up person. I had no idea where you're getting that from. I didn't say it at all. Maybe you're hallucinating or something. And here we have Footloose, the eternal classic, made even more immortal by Roger the Alien. And this one I mainly pick it up because it stars the DMX, who I've been getting really into lately. I mean, he has one of the most fascinating rap styles I've ever heard. Like, really gritty, dark style, which makes for a very evolving experience. And it's gonna be cool to see how he's doing acting-wise as well. And here we have another one with Renee Zellweger, Down with Love. Okay. Ryan says, Down with Love is underrated as hell. Great film. Oh, great to hear. Oh, okay. I have to be very, very careful here. Oh. Oh. My friend Super Debecca says, hello, Matthias. How are you? I'm doing okay. I started feeling a bit sick earlier, so I wasn't doing the greatest, but the symptoms do feel a bit milder at the moment. So hopefully, I was just worrying about nothing. Here we have a movie starring Harrison Ford, Hollywood Homicide, and it doesn't have the greatest reviews, but it could have some sort of a charm to it. I mean, it is directed by Ron Shelton, who made White Guys Can't Jump, which I love. Good morning says, yeah, I'm sick too. Sick of his derailment. Get back to the DVDs. What? I am getting back to the DVDs. What are you talking about? I've been doing nothing but counting DVDs and a few Blu-rays. John Carpenter, my man. And here we have the infamous story based on the porn star John Holmes, who was... I'm not sure if he was accused or if he also got convicted of murder, but anyway, it's a very dark, fascinating story. So yeah, I really want to see how they do with this one. And it stars Carrie Fisher. Oh, that's great. And this is perfect timing. Clint, son of a bitch. Sorry, one of the DVDs fell to the floor. And anyway, he turns 96 today, so happy birthday, Clint. I'm a little disappointed you didn't invite me to your party, but whatever, I forgive you. I mean, you're old. Maybe you just forgot something. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, looks like a really good one. Sundrop Swigger says, DVD fell on the fucking floor. A reference to an old catchphrase I had in my earlier vlog videos. And here we have The Statement, which is the last movie by Norma Jewison, who has steadily become one of my favorite directors. Here we have another thriller starring Samuel Jackson. And here's yet another movie co-starring Donald Sutherland. There's just something about this 90s, early 2000s tech movies I love. I mean, they're often so cheesy, but it's so endearing at the same time. I just can't help but love them. And this is a little bit out of order, but Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I only own El Mariachi so far. And yeah, I really love that one. And naturally, I should have gotten Desperado first, but I couldn't help but pick up this one because of my huge enjoyment of it. Sam says, yo, this stream is awesome. Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Kofta Man says, OSS, who is your favorite US president? It's a bit difficult because, no president is truly perfect, but out of the ones alive in my lifetime, I would say Jimmy Carter, probably. And an honorable mention to Lincoln for, freeing slaves. I mean, not to say that he didn't have his issues, but it was a very important historical achievement. And here we have another movie with Steve Martin, which, once again, I had to pick it up because I just love Betty White too much. And it might seem ironic, given that it stars Queen Latifah, who was in the infamous Taxi, but I think she was just handled the bad part. She's probably way better in this one. Ashes in Your Mind says, Coopermog says hi. This is Alora, by the way. Oh, great to see you, Alora. Sam says Donald Trump is a hero. A reference to my April Fool's video from 10 years ago. She's Woman says, Cooper said she says hi, even though she's very regretful over missing the stream due to being very busy. Oh, well, it's the thought it counts. So yeah, say hello to her back. Here we have Return to Paradise, which I mainly picked up because of Anne Hesh, another dearly missed actor. And here we have Running with Yuri, which I've wanted to pick up many times, and this time I finally got the opportunity. And here we have Basic, which is so far John McTiernan's last movie because of interesting reasons. But it does look like a pretty good one. And here we have The Village, which this one is both seen as one of M. Night's last classic movies and his first more divisive one at the same time. But I do hope I will fall into the camp of those who likes it. I mean, once again, like, the cast is just tremendous. Good Morning says, are you going to rank all these movies from which you think will be the worst to best? Um, I haven't really thought about that. That's a very interesting idea, but I'm afraid it's gonna take a bit too much time. So yeah, I'm not sure, but it's a good suggestion. Ryan O'Reilly says, what's your favorite all-time movie twist? Ooh, that's a very difficult one. I will say one of the most shocking twists is definitely in the French thriller Les Diaboliques. I mean, when the twist arrived, I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, my mind was just totally blown. So yeah, I would say that's definitely one of the best twists for sure. But there are probably plenty of other ones I could also consider. Koft says Physic said hi. He can't be here, sadly. I don't really remember who Physic is. Good Morning says put the potential top 5 films in a different pile and nail them in the end. Yeah, maybe. I can give it a try. She's Woman says, do you have a favorite movie based on a video game? That's a bit of a tricky question because I'm not really sure how many video game movies I've seen. I've seen some from time to time, but not a whole lot. I do like Silent Hill, but I don't know if I would say it's my absolute favorite. You know what? Let me look up a list of video game movies and see how many of them I've seen. Yeah, I'll try to find a list with as many titles as possible. She's Woman says Mortal Kombat is a classic, although I don't know if I like it as much as the Mario Galaxy movie. I've never seen more Mortal Kombat, but I have heard it's very entertaining. Okay, here we have a decent list. So let's see how many I've seen here. And I guess for now I'm gonna have to say Need for Speed. Yeah, I really like that one. I mean, Aaron Paul is obviously a large part of the enjoyment. Super T. says, did you find any Children of the Corn movies? And the funny thing is not just the question itself, but the really bad translation, which says hittade du några filmer om barnen i majsen? Oh, sorry, I thought it said something else. I thought it said Children of the Poop. Sorry. My mind is a bit tired. But no, sadly, I didn't find any entries in the classic Children of the Corn series. But maybe next time. Good Morning says, the best video game movie is Batman Assault on Arkham. Huh, I didn't know they made a movie based on that one. And here we have a horror movie starring Christina Ricci, which looks nice and mysterious. Could be a good one. And here's another James Bond movie, The World Is Not Enough. One of the few Pierce Brosnan entries I didn't own yet, so decided to pick it up. And here we have The Bone Collector, which once again stars Queen Latifah. Huh. And Louis Guzman also. Always great to see him. But yeah, looks like a fun, little comfy 90s thriller. And Denzel Washington, of course, is always fantastic. Sam says, what's your favorite fantasy movie? You know, That has always been one of the most difficult questions for me to answer, surprisingly, because the first one probably has the best atmosphere, but the second one is also a lot of fun, and I actually prefer James Lee Gross over a William Baldwin. Sorry, I mean a Michael Baldwin, who I thought was just meh in the first movie. Um, so yeah, I guess for now I'm gonna have to say the original because it has the creepiest atmosphere, but the second one is really, really close. Like I have flip flopped between the two constantly. Sam says the second one has a great gore, great effects. Yeah, totally agree. Super, Super Rebecca says, ha ha ha, now Children of the Poop, I want to watch. Yeah, sounds like the greatest film of all time. And I know I didn't buy any pornographic movies, but I did buy one about porn. Oh, yeah, I also mentioned one earlier. But anyway, this one stars Joseph Gordon Levitt about a guy who can't stop masturbating. So we'll see how he gets out of it. Koft says, I'm really happy I can join you for the stream. This is my first one. Oh, I'm really happy to have you here too. Ryan says, Don John the Goat. Yeah, I can definitely believe it. And here we have a David Duchovny movie, which is always something I'm really happy to find. And this one has been very well received. And oh, it co-stars Carol O'Connor. Huh, unexpected. Awesome. Sam says, we'll see how he pulls it off. Good one. And here we have red lights. Not about the red light district, if you're confused. And this one doesn't have the greatest reviews, but it had been 3 years since I found a Robert De Niro movie at the Mega Flea Market. So, I just had to pick it up because, yeah, I was starting to miss him, honestly. And here we have a movie with Russell Crowe, which is directed by Paul Haggis, who's a director who is not bad, but I have kind of struggled with him so far because Crash was just okay, and Third Person was decent, but still had a very bad ending, and some things about it that just didn't quite click with me. But maybe this will be the first one from him I really like. Who knows? And here we have Svina Lengona, which I'm not really sure how to translate it to English, but it's a drama starring Nomi and Ola Rapace, who were married at the time, and they're both incredible actors, so I'm really looking forward to watching it. And here we have a true Swedish classic, Trasan and Banane. This one just brings me so much nostalgia. Like, the theme song alone is just excellent. And I've even had the pleasure to meet Lasse Åberg in real life, so makes it even more fun to revisit this one. Super Rebecca says, how many movies did you get? I'm going to count them at the very end, so you'll find out then. But yeah, it's definitely going to be over 100 at the very least. And here we have Diamonds Are Forever, the only Sean Connery Bond movie I didn't own yet. So obviously I had to pick it up. And here we have Apan, the monkey, not to be confused with the US movie The Monkey. And I don't really know much about this one, but yeah, it could be an interesting little drama. Super Rebecca says, oh no, cliffhanger. Don't worry, you'll get to find out soon. Koft says, how many DVDs do you not own? Probably still over millions. But I do own at least, yeah, they're at least in the thousands. Good Morning says, over 100. If you average 100 every year, you must have over 500 DVDs at least by now. Where do you store them all? Oh, I have way more than 500. Way more. Like, that is a that is a fraction of the amount I have in total. And he also asks, where do you store them all? Well, I can try and show her around where I keep some of them. Oh, motherfucker. Sorry, I dropped the DVDs on the floor again. Oh. Oh. So goddamn sick of this. Oh, anyway, let's see if I can. Don't really know how to angle the computer. Can I flip the screen somehow? No. Damn it! I don't really know how to do this. Oh yeah, there we have a DVD pile there, for example, and we have some. Shit! I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. We have some more here, as you can see. We have some here as well, and down here we have DVDs from and Blu-rays from past flea markets. This is way too hard for me, so I can't show all the places I keep them. But yeah, you get the idea. I have to find a lot of emergency solutions. Sorry, the DVDs are pretty much invading my space right now. Ryan says you should buy a storage unit. Yeah, that would definitely be something practical. Or I need a bigger apartment. Because yeah, I have a confession to make. Yeah, this is the last time I'm ever gonna be able to stream in this apartment because I'm being forced to move out of here because the floor that I live on is being closed. So I don't know what the deadline is yet, but I will find out in. Well, I don't know when I'll find out, but probably in a few months or so. Not that the deadline is in a few months. I mean that I'll probably find out in a few months. Koft says, what? O says, where will you go? I have no idea, honestly. I have come with a few suggestions, but I don't really want to reveal too much until I know when. Until I know more details. Sam says homeless or says Sark. It's not that bad, thankfully. I'm not gonna be forced to live on the streets or anything, but I do feel sad about having to move out of this apartment. I have a lot of memories here. I mean, I've lived here for 9 years, for Christ's sake. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean for this stream to turn depressing, but yeah, I just wanted to inform you that the next time you see me stream, it's probably going to be in a different room. Sorry, I'm running out of battery, so I had to connect the charger. Sam says I'm more worried about the status of the DVDs. I mean, I think the most complicated part is that I always want the flea market DVDs to be like